So, Yankees get another win. A clean win. 7-0 over the Baltimore Orioles. And shout out to the chat, by the way. Hope you're all in a good mood. I know I am after that game. Hazard Mount Fortran Express in the building. What is good, brother? I'm in Mikey Mazza. All right, Mikey Mazza's home for a little while, Fortran. So definitely show him some love and make sure you subscribe to Fortran Express if you haven't done that yet. Appreciate you, bro. And how's your little one doing, man? His family just had an addition to their family, man. A little baby, so congratulations, brother. Now let's box score this. Max Fried. He's 18-5. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, shutout ball, 1 walk, 13 strikeouts. 13. Wow. ERA 2.92. That's kind of a Garrett Cole type year. Right? Paul Blackburn came in, 2 innings, no hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. 2 pitchers. We saved a lot of the bullpen, right? So this is what we've been talking about recently, too. We need our starting pitchers to give more length, to give the bullpen, who's kind of gassed, some help, some support here, right, as we get down to the final stretch of the season. We have 9 games left, okay? 9 freaking games left. And the Yankees, let me just pull up the standings here. Toronto's lost, by the way, today, so the Yankees picked up a game. They're 3 games out now. They're now 86-67. So 86-67. 19 games over 500. 19. So they're getting hot at the right time. They really, really, really are. And it makes me very happy to see. It really makes me. So that's the pitching. Offensively, Paul Goldschmidt was 2 for 5 with an RBI. Aaron Judge 0 for 2 with an RBI. 2 walks again. They keep walking the guy. He's batting .328, so he's in line for a batting title. Cody Bellinger 0 for 2, 0 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Giancarlo Stanton 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Jason Dominguez 0 for 1, who's a pinch hitter. Ahmed Rosario 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a double, 2-run double. Clutch hit. And Kate Povich from the Orioles, the lefty pitcher. I think we're facing another lefty tomorrow, so don't be surprised if we see him again, or a similar lineup to tonight against tomorrow as well. So you might see Jazz in there at some point too. Jazz came in and replaced Rosario later on in the game. Jazz was 1 for 2 with a double. Frank Grisham 1 for 3. Anthony Volpe 1 for 4 with a double. Jose Caballero 1 for 2 with 2 walks. And Austin Wells 2 for 3 with an RBI. All in all, Yankees had 9 hits in their 7 runs. But Max Fried, he was definitely the star of the game. He's 18-5, man. He's putting forth a Cy Young type season. He really, really is. Don't be. I think he should probably get some votes. I think he will. So, Angel. Let's box scores around the horn. Brewers are up right now, 5-2 on the Angels in the 8th. Dodgers and Giants haven't started yet. They start at 10-10. Reds are up. No, Reds beat the Cubs 1-0. The Marlins beat the Rockies 9-7. The Rockies are 41-112. 41-112. Whew. Mariners beat the Royals 2-0. Athletics beat the Red Sox 5-3. So the Yankees pick up a game on the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. Guardians beat the Tigers 3-1. Mets beat the Padres 6-1. The Rays beat the Blue Jays 4-0. We're kind of around the horn now. And right now it's a football game. The Bills are beating the Dolphins. Buffalo Bills are up on the Miami Dolphins 21-14 in the third quarter. So Thursday Night Football, yeah. I mean, NFE. And shout out to everybody else in the chat. Okay? Now, I got a question I want to ask you folks. There's been a lot of talk about Judge versus Cal Raleigh and blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot of, Yankee haters who are rooting for Raleigh to win. And obviously people partial to the Yankees want Judge to win. Let me ask you a question. And I was listening to Yankees Morning Brew earlier, with Hector and Grace and Ace Avenue. And Grace brought up something, and it makes sense, right? It's a question I want to ask you folks. If Aaron Judge was on the Mariners and teammates with Cal Raleigh having the same type of stats, do you think more people would want Judge to win the MVP if he was on the Mariners and not the Yankees? If they were teammates. Now, Raleigh's up on home runs and ribbies, but aside from that, Judge leads in pretty much every other metric. Every other metric. And yeah, smack the like button while you're in here, gang, if you haven't done that yet. Appreciate you. I loved it, bro. Loved it, NFE. Yankees got to stop with this stuff. And then Aaron Boone, man. You know, man, my man, if you're not subscribed to the Strike Zone, make sure you do that too. But my man NFE shared something earlier. Aaron Boone is one of 2 managers in history to reach postseason in 6 of their first 7 seasons as managers. 1 of 2. That is elite company. All right. Yeah. Nobody has clinched in the American League yet. These divisions are tougher than we thought, right? And I'm not surprised. The AL East is always a beast every year. Every single year. Susan, hello. Tiffany, how are you? Chris Schmidt, SGA Sports. Ray Miller. What is good? Yeah, there definitely is a bias against the Yankees. And exactly with the baseball minds, right? Most of which who have never played baseball. Eat a taco or a burrito on a live stream? Oof. Maybe a burrito. I don't really eat those that much. Tonight I made rigatoni bolognese, so that was delicious. Yeah, exactly. The Yankees have also had not only the second best record in AL, but they have the best record of baseball since the All-Star break. Since the trade deadline. Right? So, and you got people, trashing the Yankees trade deadline. The Yankees have the best record in baseball since then. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah, I remember they were compared to 23 Yankees. You got that right, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah, they are playing. They're getting hot at the right time. And I've said this recently too. They're winning on days where the Jays are losing. The Jays have not been losing much, right? So, and that's to their credit. They're a good team. But the Yankees are winning, especially knowing that the Blue Jays are lost earlier in the day, which they did. They're winning these games. So, and that's McMahon's not a free agent until 2028, Keith. He's got 2 more years under contract, McMahon. Yeah, 4th best in all Major League Baseball. Yeah. And again, whose record is not better than the Yankees? Right? Let me pull up something here. Whose record is not better than the Yankees? Dodgers. Wasn't everybody going to hand the Dodgers? Everybody wanted to hand the Dodgers the World Series when they signed Roki Sasaki and they signed Tanner Scott. Remember that? Let's just get the Dodgers. Let's just mail them the trophy now. I remember that early in the season. That was the prevailing sentiment around baseball, right? Around the fan base. Yeah, exactly. Too, Buckeye. Was for Seattle would have the best. Yes, they would. But if Judge, with all the anti-Yankee bias, if Judge was on the Mariners, I think more non-Yankee fans would think Judge should win the MVP. Yeah, and also, kudos to Clayton Kershaw announcing he's retiring at the end of the season. I remember that too, NFE. Yeah, brother. They were supposed to suck without Juan Soto. I remember that too. New York is a Mets town. Remember we kept hearing that? New York is a Mets town. New York is a Mets town. Mets town. Mets town. Mets town. Like I said, the season is 100. You got to play the whole season, man. 162 game season. Beagle, what's going on, bud? Yeah, it was a clean win. 7 innings pitched, shutout, 13 strikeouts for Freed. He's 18-5. So, what do I see the Dodgers doing in the offseason? Trevor Bauer. No, I don't think he's coming back to the majors. I think they're going to sign probably Kyle Tucker. Yeah, but he is. Boone's terrible. You got to get Mendoza. Definitely, man. Exactly. Or what's the other guy's name? Manny Acta. Got to get Manny Acta up in here, man. Consigliere. There he is, my man. The Prime Minister of Texas in the house. You remember that, Brendan? There was a lot of folks that used to come in here and troll this stream, saying the Dodgers are going to win this, the Yankees are going to win, blah, blah, blah. Remember that? I said that before the season even started, they were doing that. Yeah. We have 9 games left, so the season's not over yet. And again, it's not over for anybody. And nobody has clinched in the American League, not a single team. 3 National League teams have clinched already. The Cubs, the Brewers, and the Phillies. Right? Steve Cohen's been exactly. Remember that, Tiffany? Yeah. Now Ace. Yeah. Ace was on. I was just shouting Ace out. He was on with Grace and Hector earlier, and did a great stream. We talk about some good stuff. If you haven't seen them, go take a look at them. And if you're not subscribed to the Ace Avenue, please make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Another great baseball mind, another great Yankee content creator. Beagle's in the place. Yeah, anti-Yankee bias, and I was just crediting Ace. I was just crediting Grace for saying what she said when she brought up that that comment from somebody made, that if Judge was playing for Seattle with all the Yankee bias, I think a lot of anti-Yankee bias. A lot of people would think that Judge would be more deserving of the MVP instead of Cal Raleigh. With this, when you line up the stats, if he was teammates with him. Right, I do think Cal Raleigh is going to get MVP votes. We know that nothing's going to be unanimous. He's having a historic year at an odd position, and he plays great defensive baseball. So there's no doubt about that. But in 80% of the metrics, Judge is leading. Yeah, Raleigh's leading in home runs and RBIs, but Judge also led Jose Altuve in home runs and RBIs by like 7 miles, and Altuve still won the MVP. So home runs and RBI stats don't guarantee you the MVP. Right? She's absolutely right. It was a great point. It's a really great point. That's why I got to give credit to Grace for bringing that up. It's a really good, really, really good point. Yeah, Clayton Kershaw is going to be good. Jocelyn, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So he officially announced his retirement at the end of the season. So with a week left of the season, he's going to go out on, as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Just start the clock now. 5 years, Cooperstown. He's to me the modern day Sandy Koufax on the lefty side. Yeah. Buffalo's I think they're gonna go 3-0. Buffalo Bills. I don't know. I really don't know how Altuve won that MVP over Judge. I really don't know. God, Consiglietti, thank you for the super chat, my man. Free, currently 18.5. Let me look at let's look at Tarek Skubal's stats, because I think he's the other guy. Well, Garrett Crochet too. Let's look at both of them. Tarek. Let's pull them both up. Tarek Skubal stats. Okay. This is Tarek Skubal. He's 13-5 with a 2.23 ERA. His ERA is super low. 233 Ks with a whip of .88. So that's a good year. That's a really good year. Okay. Let's pull up Garrett Crochet. Also having a very good year. I think it's going to be between these 3 guys. He's 16-5 with a 2.63 ERA, 240 strikeouts. I think it's going to be between those 3 guys. I have a feeling Crochet probably has the edge over Skubal because of a little bit of a greater sample size. But would I be surprised if Skubal won? No. I think it's going to be between Crochet, Skubal, and Fried. I think they're all going to get Cy Young votes, as they should. And I think Aroldis Chapman's probably going to get Cy Young votes too, surprisingly enough. Consiglietti, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. The Prime Minister of Texas right there. The made man. He did get robbed. Yeah, Joel's definitely the MVP. He's the Tom Hagen of that 161 over F. The Tom Hagen baby. Yeah, Fried is down to 292. He's had a monster year, Fried. Oh, Buckeye. Thank you also for the generosity in super chat. Call your friends and bring them. Yeah, man. Bring them over to the 161. Have them join the family, join the discussion. The more the merrier. We want to grow this family. While we grow, we want to grow Ace Avenue. We want to grow the Strike Zone. We want to grow Ford Train Express as well. We want to grow you guys. Dodgers, I'm telling you, the bullpen. Thank you again, Bug. I appreciate you. That's the king of Texas, right? We have the king of Texas and the prime minister of Texas in the house at the same time. The twin towers of Texas right there. And we have Sunil, the pickleball king of Texas, in the building too. It's crazy royalty up in here tonight. Yeah, I mean, look, the Dodgers carried themselves, that team, into the World Series last year. And they could be what kills them this year. Like, I don't know. I can't see the Dodgers getting past the Phillies. I can't see them getting past the Brewers. I just can't. Trade freeze free. Yeah, Cubs clinched yesterday. Yeah, Cubs, Brewers, Phillies. So there's only 3 teams in baseball that have clinched. Not a single American League team has clinched yet. We have the pickleball king of Texas up in here, Beagle. That's Sunil. PBKT, pickleball king of Texas. Yeah. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be Judge, Manuel. But I don't think it's going to be unanimous. I think it'll be closer than people think. And again, I wouldn't be surprised, because look at Cal Raleigh. He's having a historic year. He's having a historic year. So, I give him all the credit in the world for it. Pickleball is definitely becoming a sport of the very popular. That's for sure. Yeah, Magic knowing Yankees clinches 6. Let's just get in there, baby. Let's just get in there. Yep. Yankees go 7-2 and the Jays 3-6. Man, could you imagine that, YouTube user? That'd be crazy if that actually happened. I'm feeling interesting. LA's got some outside the box positions, man. That's for sure. Ohtani, I think Schwarber should beat Ohtani personally. My pick for National League MVP is Kyle Schwarber or Ohtani. Not by a lot, also. I think the race is going to be between 2 guys on either side. No, I wouldn't put Cam Schlittler as a closer. But I would put him in the bullpen. I put him in the bullpen. Because think about it, too. Let's just say you start Hill, you start Yarborough, right? If you noticed the other day when he pitched and he stunk, they brought in Yarborough, right, after Fernando Cruz. You went from 100 to 102 miles an hour to 87 and 88. And that's when the batters caught up to it, right? He just couldn't find the strike zone. He kept walking guys. He walked 5 guys, that guy. That's why Cam Schlittler was out. And then Yarborough came in, got clobbered around. If you switch that around, Yarborough's had success as starter, right, while with the Yankees. I would not hesitate to start him and then bring Schlittler in the middle of the game in the bullpen. You going from that to this flamethrower in the bullpen? Yeah, sign me up for that. It's much harder to adjust to. Much harder to adjust to. Yeah. Kirk Scherzer, yeah. Yeah, the Dodgers have like $10 billion deferred. Yeah, Schwarber to me is the MVP in the National League. How can you not win? He's having an amazing year, Schwarber. He's keeping the Phillies in this race. And him and Bryce Harper, too. Bryce Harper's having a great year as well. That's the dynamic duo over there. But I do think if I would be surprised if Schwarber doesn't come back to the Phillies. If he doesn't come back to the Phillies, I think they're going to go hard after Kyle Tucker. And I'll be doing my MLB free agent predictions at the end of the season as well. So I already started working on it. I've done my early ones already, but once the season's over, we'll get a little bit more insight as to what's going to happen and the winter meetings and everything else. So it'll be done before the winter meetings, because that's generally when stuff really starts to pick up in December. So buckle up, gang. Buckle the freak up. It's going to get hot. Yes, sir, we did, Buckeye. It was a team, as a clean team win too. Good offense, good defense across the board, fundamental baseball, right? Key hits, you know, and good pitching, right? And Paul Blackburn came in again, 2 clean innings. So another valuable little piece that could throw extra innings here. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. I saw well this afternoon. I watched the one this morning. Did he have an afternoon too? Afternoon one too? Yo, Kim, what do you know? I saw the one at 11 a.m. like as usual. He was on it with Grayson, Ace Avenue. Yeah, freaking pickleball. What are you gonna do with Ben Rice? Cecilia, if that happens, what are you gonna do with Ben Rice? Oh yeah, I'm kind of pissed too, Ken. This winning is getting it. It's getting ridiculous. They gotta stop, and they gotta stop give. They gotta stop giving Aaron Boone credit for these wins. You know, gotta stop. Yeah, catcher. They have Austin Wells. They're not moving Austin Wells. He's a very good pitch framer. So I'd be shocked. I'll put it this way. Now, if it happens, I'm more than happy to eat my words. But I think at the end of the day, Ben Rice is going to take over first base. I think Bellinger comes back, and I think he stays in the outfield. And then the other outfield spot, I think they're going to try and trade Dominguez for like a reliever, a good reliever with control years, because they need to tinker with the bullpen a little bit. 135, 100, 190 from Milwaukee. Good heavens. At the dish. The trolls get free manscaping. Yeah, they do, Buckeye. You get that's right. Real manscaping. That's right. That's right. That's what exactly, Ken. It's kind of disappointing when there's no trolls when the Yankees are winning clean game, and you know it's there. Yeah, yeah. Rice is consistent. That's why I'm keeping him at first base because we have to replace Paul Goldschmidt. So that's why I would be surprised. And I don't think Kyle Tucker is going to be worth $500 million. No, exactly right. Unfortunately, tell these people, man, this type of game is not allowed. Type of play. This winning series is fundamental clean ball, and playing good in September is not. They got to stop, man. They need to give the fair weather fans material. They got to give these folks material to go on, to come on the streams and say, "I told you they were bad." Fire Boom, fire Cashman, right? They're running out of talking points. Got to show the fair weather fans some love. Yeah, the Mets. Yeah, exactly, Susan. The Mets announcers are really quiet. They were pooping on the Yankees all year. Sal Licata and all the rest of them pooping on the Yankees. Yep. No, I would not trade Austin Wells for Adley Rushman. Mm-mm. Soto definitely does have a made. These Utes, the 2 Utes, nah, exactly. You got to get rid of Blackburn too with that walk. You got to chuck him, man. We can't have these walks, man. Salicott is really quiet, right? I know. You got to fire the coach and staff. I don't care if Boone is one of 2 managers in baseball history to go to the playoffs in 6 of his first 7 years. I don't care about that, right? You got to send him to Montgomery. You got to send him Attica. Send Boone to Guantanamo. Send then Cashman to Attica. Yeah, man. Shoot. I'm going crazy. Oh, damn. My cousin. To what? Exactly. Fortunate. Look, these people need to know it's got to be this way. We can't hold it back and low. We got to be real talk. We got to do it, man. Exactly. Got to give the people the realness. Perez, Garver, and Christian Vasquez. Yeah. None of those guys are going to be better than Wells. Salvador Perez is making like $25 million a year. I pass on him. I would personally stick with Wells. No. Well, I think Freed's going to get some sound votes, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be Crochet or Freed. But you never know. I mean, Crochet or Scooble, but we'll see. Ken misses the ass, man. Yeah, let's just be, take it day by day. If they win a division, that would be a real feat. Oh, I know, Sonia. Salicot is all about Uncle Steve, all about it. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have winter meetings, Buckeye. Yep. Four trains, one of our enforcers with NFE. Yeah. He's one of our snipers on the lookout in the background. When he's around, when he's not around, he's keeping an eye on everything for train. He takes care of. He alters outcomes. Put it that way. Right? He alters outcomes. Yeah, he'll be altering outcomes. Yeah, so he won't be here for the winter meetings, but, right? He'll be keeping tabs on everything going on. You know that. But we will arrange something for the winter meetings, obviously. And once the winter meetings start, I'm going to try to go live as much as I possibly can, right? Like we did last year. And artificial AI violent video where Otani hits the Dodge manager. Oh, good Lord. I did not see that. I definitely did not see that. Is a new accountant. Yes, he is, man. Yeah, he's the Luke Harrell, man. Yeah. Got that right. Mm-hmm. Got that right. One game for the rest of the regular season. There it is. Ken's got that bold take right there. The Yankees lose one game for the rest of the year. They're going to go 9-1, man, in the final 10 games. That is a bold take right there. That's the take of the night. If they do that, Ken, I'm gonna wolf down a Big Mac and an apple pie for you on screen. It's like we did one a couple weeks ago for Mazza. Give him some love. We gotta recognize Ken for that. If that happens to turn true, gotta do it. Or I can do my other one, my other alternative cheat meal, which is a hot dog, mustard and sauerkraut, and then I take peanut M&Ms. I line it up on a hot dog. Phenomenal. Okay? Phenomenal. That's all I'm going to say. Bacon eater. What is that? Bacon eater. Oh, man. All the time. Maybe I'll do alternative because nobody's seen that yet. We've done the Big Mac. We've done the apple pie. This hot dog is a whole nother thing. That gives it a crunch texture with the peanut M&Ms. And if you add chocolate to anything, it gets better. Wink's got the breaking news. Yankees just promoted Elmer Rodriguez Cruz to AAA. Fantastic, man. Thank you, Wink, for that, bro. That's some great news. Breaking the late night Yankee news, baby. One step away from the big show. He can make the team next year. He's got a big arm. Carlos LaGrange and him can make the team next year. Congratulations, Al. Yeah, that's big. That's big time. That is big time. Very happy for him. 10-0, man. Man, so many folks had us going 3-9 and 4-8 in that other stretch. They had us just cooked for the season, right? What happened to that? What happened to that? Right? Somerset Patriots, yeah, they're in the playoffs. Yes, they are. Yes, indeed. Oh man, I can imagine the Wall songs. Ah, ah. A Krispy Kreme stuff. with barbacoa. What the hell? What is barbacoa? What is that, Buckeye? I don't even know. I mean, Krispy Kreme. Don't. I mean, you give me a Krispy Kreme glaze, like I'm gonna. No. I'll be fasting for 3 months after that because I'll be on the toilet bowl for 3 days. But that's all right. Peanut butter. You know what's crazy? I don't eat peanut butter. Crazy enough. Krispy Kreme with barbecue? Oh my god. I like Popeyes. I like Popeyes. Salicatos and Yankees have no chance to make the playoffs. That's what we constantly get from these Mets beat writers, these Mets podcasters, whatever you call them, the WFAN crew. And a lot of, content creators go along with that stuff, right? Fair weather fan content creators. But let's just say it. The Yankee content creators that spend more time trashing the team than they do recognizing them, they are fair weather creators, fair weather fans. That's one reason I drink water all the time, Beagle. Gotta constantly flush myself out, man. Yeah, I don't want peanut butter, man. I do very simple breakfast. I just have like a protein bar, and I'll have a piece of sourdough bread toasted with butter, and that's it. Keep it very light for breakfast. We fake. Oh, I like that. I like that, Sunil. Fantastic. We fake on this. That's awesome. Love it. Yeah, they said Jadavian Clowney. That's a nice little trade. Nice little signing. Jerry Jones is just, doing something, man. He's doing something. Almond butter's not bad either. Buster Run. Yeah, man. Look, these folks, look. People can crap on the Yankees all they want. All they want, man. Yankees stay quiet. They put their heads down. They get through the hornet's nest. And, put themselves in a position to win games. Now, again, there's still 9 games left. They still have winning to do. But with that said, I do think they get in the postseason. At the very worst scenario, wild card. But they have the blueprint to beat these teams now. They know what they need to do to win. They do. And to me, that's what matters. I'd like to see him call up an arm or two right now. Like it's just a fresh arm to put in the bullpen to give a couple of our relievers a little rest before the postseason to kind of get these guys reset and get them ready to go. That would be nice. But we'll see if they actually do it. I don't know. Wheaties. Sometimes I'll have cereal. I'll throw some raspberries in it or blueberries. Sometimes I have a fruit smoothie in the morning. My wife and I like to get smoothies. Maybe I'll make that tomorrow morning for breakfast. Throw spinach in there, like a health smoothie. Yeah. They're tied at 21 now. Wow. The Dolphins and the Bills. Snickers and. Yeah, I hear that, Brother Bill. Nut allergies they cause havoc. Boonus eat the Wheaties. Yeah. Do I put a lot of protein? It depends, Jonathan. Really depends. If I'm sharing with my wife, I don't put protein in it. I'll do like fresh pineapple, fresh banana, Greek yogurt, crushed ice, and spinach. And that's plenty of natural protein without having to put protein powder in there. I was doing like mostly a natural smoothie, and the Greek yogurt, vanilla type Greek yogurt, just coats it, makes it a little bit thicker. That's kind of I do a very simplified smoothie, Jonathan. I'll just do all berries, banana, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, with sometimes papaya or guava in there, something like that. If I want to add some protein, I'll add some spinach and something like that. Consigliere, take care of that hand, my man. Get some rest, brother, and I'll wrap this up in a minute too. But all the best on the hand surgery, and I can't wait to come back and let us know how it goes, my man. All the best, brother. Meat smoothies? Oh, good lord. Meat smoothies. Oof. The Phillies. Rockies. The rookies had to dress up in the Philly Karen costume. Philly Karen costume. Avocado banana milkshake. I've never had that. Never had that. Interesting. I'll try that. I like it. I love avocado, so. A lot of the folks had the Yankees ruled out a long time ago, right? They threw in the white flag weeks ago. And some people still have to take pot shots at their own, no matter what. No matter what. I find it comical. I find it just clueless. I find it clueless. But it is what it is, gang. I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to get some rest. I want you to get some rest. Tomorrow's another day. Got another game tomorrow. Let's pull up the matchups for tomorrow before we leave. Games tomorrow, Friday. They play at 7:05 tomorrow. It's going to be Will Warren versus Trevor Rogers. Now, Rogers is 8-2 with a 1.43 ERA. He is a lefty, so I do expect to see Rosario and then probably even Slater. Especially with a lefty pitcher with stats this good, you're probably going to need as many guys who can hit lefties. You'll probably see Goldschmidt in there instead of Rice. But we'll see. So Trevor Rogers is a good one. So go have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all these. Smack the like button and tell everybody about the family. Get in the join. Really want to welcome a lot more people to the family. But peace and love to all these. You're the best. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Go Yankees. And thank you again